Hey, amazing fans! Welcome to another relaxing moment with VIVA'S Stories. Before we dive into the drama, don't forget to subscribe, smash that like button, and share your thoughts in the comments. Your support means the world to us. Now, grab a seat, sit back, relax, and let's journey into the story together. The scent of roasted plantain, pepper soup spice, and wet earth danced on the morning air like a ghost trying to remember its name. Nene wiped sweat from her forehead with the back of her hand. Her wrapper, faded yellow with red hibiscus prints, clung to her like second skin. The rainy season had turned the entire market floor into a slick mess of mud and trampled plastic, yet her little corner, the edge of the meat row, still buzzed with life. "Mama Chigoti," a voice called out. Nene turned. It was Chica, the tailor's apprentice. He jogged toward her, his slippers squelching noisily in the muck. "Mom, dem one break wall for the new extension. Dem say make everybody shift small." "Shift to where?" she snapped. "Dem go carry my table for head? Tell them make dem come talk to me direct. This na my space since 2017. Chica winced. "No vex, mama. I just stay help announce." As he disappeared into the crowd, Nene looked around, her eyes narrowing. She had fought for this stall. A single mother raising an 8-year-old in a one-room face-me-I-face-you wasn't exactly the picture of Port Harcourt success, but her dried fish, crayfish, and pepper business had survived pandemic waves, military raids, and endless market levies. She wasn't moving. Not without a fight. She crouched behind her table, adjusting the jute bags, rest-tacking Ogbono packs with the precise care of a jeweler arranging diamonds. That was when she saw it. The wall. The wooden backboard that had stood behind her stall for years had rotted in one corner and finally gave way under the pressure of the renovations. Workers had stacked metal rods and cement bags around it, and in the exposed space behind, something shimmered faintly in the gloom. A mirror. Covered in dust. Nearly 6 feet tall. It leaned awkwardly against the concrete skeleton of what used to be the market's original foundation. No one seemed to notice it, like it wasn't even there. Curiosity, they say, is the first daughter of poverty. Nene stood up slowly, glanced left and right, then stepped into the construction zone. Her slippers squelched as she moved closer. The mirror's surface was so dirty it barely reflected anything. But when she touched it, a strange tingling ran up her fingers. "Nawa," she muttered. She looked around again. No one watching. Without a second thought, she grabbed the mirror by its edge, turned it sideways, and hauled it behind her stall. She shoved it behind a stack of empty rice sacks and placed an empty crate in front of it. She didn't know why she was hiding it. That night she would find out. Later that night, Diobu, Nene's one-room apartment. Her son, Chigoti, lay curled up under the mosquito net, his tiny snores rising and falling like a lullaby only mothers understand. Nene was seated on the edge of the mattress, peeling boiled yam by the dim light of a rechargeable lamp. She had brought the mirror home in the borrowed kiki of Mama Chinyu's cousin. It now stood in a far corner, still wrapped in old sackcloth, behind a curtain. She stared at it all through dinner. Why did it feel like the mirror was waiting? She stood, crept to the corner, and pulled the curtain aside. The mirror didn't reflect her. Instead, the surface shimmered, like heat rising from asphalt. The crack running diagonally across the center pulsed faintly, as if light traveled inside it. She frowned. "Na jasby dis?" Suddenly, the mirror flickered. Nene gasped and stumbled back. A scene formed on the surface, not her room, but her market stall. And it was different. Her goods were no longer piled in raffia baskets. Instead, she saw plastic-packaged cashew nuts, imported canned tomatoes, seasoning cubes in neat rows. Her table had grown longer. Behind her was a big umbrella with the name of some foreign brand. Customers bustled around her stall. She was laughing, wearing a clean ochre dress, gold earrings glinting. She blinked. The vision disappeared. Now, she was staring at herself again. Sweaty, barefaced, standing in a dark room. "Na hunger day cause hallucination," she whispered. She tried to laugh it off, but her heart pounded like a juju drum in her chest. The next morning, market stall. Nene arrived early. She hadn't slept. Not well anyway. Her eyes were puffy, but her senses were sharp. She had dreamed of the mirror again. Same vision. Same wealthy version of her future self. She sat behind her stall, bracing for another boring day. Then it happened. A white pickup van pulled into the market. Men in blue overalls began unloading boxes and crates, dozens of them. "Where dem dey carry 'em go?" one woman near her asked. "I no sabi," the driver said. "Na address here be this." He held up a paper. Nene snatched it from his hand. Her name. Her stall number. She frowned. "Who send this?" He shrugged. "Na promo delivery from one wholesale company. Not your phone number day there too. We don't call 'em, dem say make we drop 'em." Her hands trembled as she checked her small little phone. No missed calls. She watched in stunned silence as the workers arranged the items: seasoning cubes, cashew nuts, tinned tomatoes, exactly like what she saw in the mirror. "Yezu," she whispered. The exact vision. Line by line. She hadn't just attracted customers, she had drawn a crowd. Mamas from the spice lane, dry fish buyers, even men from the hardware section came peeking at her table like it was the Ark of the Covenant. "Na real tomatoes be this?" one woman asked, squeezing the shiny red can in disbelief. "Yes, oh," Nene said, standing tall behind the table. "Imported straight from Dubai? Or na Turkey SEF? How much?" "Nigerian Naira 750. But for you, Mama Joy, make we talk 650 Nigerian Nairas." The woman smiled. Remain only one person ways still day give neighbor discount for this market." Within an hour, the canned goods were gone. The nuts followed. The seasoning cubes? Wiped out. By the end of the day, Nene had made 89,000 Nigerian Nairas, more than she'd earned in the past 2 weeks combined. She kept replaying the image in her mind. The exact setup, the goods, the crowd, it all happened just as the mirror showed. But what troubled her wasn't that the vision came true. What troubled her was that the mirror showed her the event before it happened. Evening. Mama Chinyu's food joint. Nene sat across from her best friend, Mama Chinyu, devouring a plate of rice and peppered goat meat. She had insisted on buying both their meals, something she rarely did. "See as you just day smile like person way win visa lottery," Chinyu teased. "Chinyu, if I tell you what'n happened today, you no go believe. Try me." Nene leaned forward, lowered her voice. "You know that back wall behind my stall? Fall yesterday. As I shift my sack dem I see mirror. Tall one. Crack small, but something just push me to carry home." Chinyu scoffed. "You carry dirty mirror home? You know day fear jazz?" "Na wetin I think too. But wait, na the mirror show me this whole thing. I see the delivery. I see the goods. I see everything. Before happen." Chinyu put down her spoon. "You day serious?" "Very." They stared at each other for a long moment. Chinyu whispered, "Nay, you don't enter something way past normal. This no be film. Mirrors no day show future for real life." "I know. But he did." Chinyu leaned in again. "Did you pray before you sleep?" "I no even remember. I was just tired. And scared. And excited." "Nene beg. Be careful. Na so all this spiritual while a day start. Small blessings way get long rope." But Nene waved it off. "I'm not doing anything. I just found it. I no summon anything." Yet, deep in her heart, a tiny voice was already whispering. "But you didn't walk away either." Later that night, Nene's room. The mirror stood bare now. No curtain. No sackcloth. Just silent. Waiting. Chigoti slept beside her, his small hands curled into fists. Nene lit a stick of mosquito coil, sat on the edge of her mattress, and stared. The cracked surface shimmered faintly again. Nothing happened at first. Then, slowly the glow returned. This time, the mirror showed her stall again. But now, she wasn't alone. Standing across from her in the reflection was a customer with gold-rimmed glasses and a briefcase. He shook her hand, gave her a card. She squinted. A brand name. A logo. Something foreign. Then the reflection blinked and showed another image, her stall, but she was hugging someone. A woman. The woman had the same nose. Same jaw. It was Kyra. Her younger sister. Nene's eyes widened. They hadn't spoken in 4 years, not since the burial of their mother. And then the vision ended. Back to her own exhausted, questioning face. She wiped her tears. For the first time in years. She felt seen. And terrified. Flashback. 4 years ago, burial of Mama Yudochi. This flashback adds emotional depth and sets up Kyra's role in Chapter 4. Nene stood in front of her mother's casket, her eyes dry but her soul bleeding. Kyra arrived 2 hours late in a black lace gown and new weave. People whispered. Lagos girl, they said. Instagram model. She didn't greet Nene properly. At the wake, Kyra insisted they bury Mama in a white casket instead of the wooden one Nene had paid for. That's what she told me in Lagos. That she wanted to be buried like a saint, Kyra claimed. Nene exploded. Don't lie on her name. Words became insults. Insults became curses. Their mother hadn't even gone cold in the ground. That was the last time Nene saw her. Present day, mirrors whisper. That night, just as she was about to drift into sleep, she heard it. Faint. So faint she thought it was the coil crackling. But no. It was a voice. So cryptic. Every vision has a price. Never look twice in one night. Nene sat up sharply. Who said that? Chigodi stirred. Silence. She walked to the mirror. It reflected nothing but the wall behind her. She placed her palm on the crack. It was cold. Too cold. The city had its own heartbeat, one of rain on rusted zinc, one-chance buses shouting destinations, and the rickety jazz of generator hums and gospel music bleeding through compound walls. Nene had never listened to the city before. But now, everything was louder, especially the mirror. After the delivery incident, she had refused to touch or approach it again. But by the 3rd day, the mirror came to her, not physically, but in her dreams. Over and over again. The same scene. Different endings. The dream would begin with her sitting at her market stall. Then a man, always faceless, would approach, offer her a brown envelope and say, "You are chosen. The price has been paid." Then thunder. A flash of lightning. And she'd wake up in sweat. Morning, her market stall. Rain had just ended. The muddy earth squelched beneath her as she rearranged her goods. A week had passed since the mystery delivery, and though none had come since, Nene's table still had remnants, seasoning cubes, 2 tins of cashew, and a few packs of foreign juice boxes. They sold well. Too well. Customers now greeted her with new eyes. They called her Madam Import. Women she used to borrow Maggie from now lingered by her stall, pretending to admire goods just to see what might happen next. But that day, something else came. A man approached. Not a market man. Not a buyer. He wore polished shoes, brown. And a neatly ironed white shirt. His face was angular, clean-shaven. And in his hand, a brown envelope. Nene froze. Just like the dream. "Good morning," he said, voice rich like radio. "You are Nene Yudochi?" "Who dey ask?" "I'm Maxwell. From Amici Food Logistics. We got your name through a regional promo. Our company is expanding to new market agents. We're looking for traders with good customer reach and visibility. We're offering import partnership programs." Nene blinked. Maxwell smiled. "It's free. The entry is covered by a wholesale license someone already placed in your name." Who do that?" He handed her the envelope. "You'll see inside. Your name is already registered. You qualify for the first consignment round, Nigerian Naira 250,000 worth of sample stock." Wait. She stood. "Sorry, I no understand. Somebody paid?" Maxwell only nodded. "You've been noticed. Congratulations, madam." Before she could ask another question, he was gone, back into the crowd like mist disappearing into morning heat. She opened the envelope slowly. Inside, papers. Sealed forms. License stamps. And her name. Typed in bold. Nene Yudochi, Port Harcourt South District Supply Agent. Evening. Back home. She sat for almost an hour without moving. The envelope was on her lap. The mirror in front of her. She'd placed it in the open now, no more covering it. "What are you?" she whispered. "Where you day see these things from?" Her son stirred in the background, playing with his plastic toy truck. He said without looking up, "Your mirror day glow again." Her breath caught. The surface had begun to shimmer faintly again. This time, she didn't approach. She didn't breathe. She just watched. A new image formed. Not her stall. Not Maxwell. This time, the image was of a bus stop, heavy with rainfall. She saw herself, wearing a different wrapper, sitting beside a young woman. The woman's face was familiar. Then the camera of the mirror shifted, almost as though it moved on its own. The woman turned. It was Kyra. Alive. Smiling. They hugged. The rain poured. The two sisters huddled under one umbrella. A family reunited. And then the scene faded. Nene stood still. Her hands trembling. For the first time since Mama's burial, she whispered her sister's name aloud. Kyra. Next day, the reunion. Market was slow. Rain had chased many customers away. But Nene didn't care. Her thoughts were consumed by one thing, the mirror's vision. Could Kyra really come back? She hadn't spoken to her in years. They didn't follow each other on social media. No WhatsApp contact. Nothing. But when the mirror showed the delivery, it came true. When it showed Maxwell, it happened the next day. So, Kyra? She waited. At 3:43 p.m., just as she was closing her umbrella for the day, her phone rang. An unknown number. She almost didn't pick. Hello. There was static. Then a voice. Nene. Her stomach dropped. She sat on a sack of pepper bags. Kyra. I'm in Port Harcourt. Silence. I've been looking for the courage to call you. How? How you get my number? I found one of Mummy's old journals. She had it written there. You were her emergency contact. Nene was shaking. I want to see you, Kyra said. Please. The reunion, short-lived. They met at the bus stop. Exactly as the mirror had shown. Same rain. Same umbrella. Same embrace. It was too perfect. Almost rehearsed. They laughed. They cried. Kyra brought gifts, perfume, body cream, new slippers for Chigoti. They spoke for hours, seated under the zinc shade of a mama-put joint. I've changed, Nene, Kyra said. Life in Lagos humbled me. I don't know, Nene replied quietly. I still try forgive you. I know. I'll wait. That night, Nene walked home feeling like her soul had exhaled for the first time in years. But what she didn't know was that the mirror had not shown her everything. The accident. 2 days later, Nene received the call. A trailer had lost its brakes near ABA Road. Kyra's Kiki had been in the wrong place at the wrong time. She died instantly. Nene dropped the phone. The world spun. She ran to the mirror. Screamed at it. Hit it with her fists. Why? You show me reunion. Not burial. The mirror shimmered briefly. And then the voice returned. The same one from before. Only this time, it was louder. More haunting. Every second glance takes a soul. Night after the funeral call. Nene hadn't moved. She sat in the corner of her small room, knees drawn up, her back against the wall, and eyes wide open, fixed on the mirror across from her. Kyra was gone. Just like that. No warning. No explanation. She had watched her sister walk away after their reunion just 2 days ago. Now she was watching the mirror, daring it to speak. Talk, she yelled. Her voice cracked with pain. Talk now. You show me reunion. You show me happiness. You know show death. She threw a wrapper over the mirror again, then tore it off instantly. The mirror shimmered. Then glowed. Then blackened. Suddenly, the room temperature dropped. The buzzing of the ceiling fan died. The bulb blinked once, twice. And then, she appeared. The woman in white. Nene's mouth went dry. A woman stepped out of the mirror. She didn't step. She just emerged, slowly, as if unfolding from a fold in reality. She was tall, ethereal, dressed in a white wrapper that shimmered like palm wine in sunlight. Her hair was wet, strands of it curling and clinging to her face as though she had just come out of deep river water. But her face, were not human, but endless, reflective like obsidian. Nene's back pressed harder into the wall. Her lips quivered. Who are you? The woman cocked her head, staring in a strange, emotionless way. Then she spoke. You look twice in one night. Her voice sounded like wind rustling dry leaves, soft, but layered with 1,000 whispers. What does that mean? You asked for truth. You were given vision. But you did not obey. Nene's heart pounded. You caused my sister's death? The woman stepped closer. No. You gave her death permission when you took a second glance. Nene gasped. I didn't know. Nobody told me. The woman crouched, her face now just inches away from Nene's. She whispered, every vision has a price. Every price is a choice. A conversation between realms. Nene scrambled to her feet. You're not real, she said, backing away. I'm tired. I'm grieving. You're just a dream. The woman turned to the mirror again. Her reflection did not match her movements. It lagged or moved before her body did. Nene blinked. What are you? The woman did not answer. Instead, she reached toward the mirror and ran her fingers down its surface. Where she touched, symbols appeared. Strange glyphs, glowing red. The symbols rearranged themselves into words. Words Nene could read. Do not look twice. Do not ask why. Do not disobey. Or you will be replaced. Then, without warning, the mirror's surface shattered, but only in the reflection. To Nene's real eyes, it remained intact. But her reflection? Gone. Erased. Only the woman in white remained on the other side. And then she spoke once more. This mirror chooses who deserves. And who disappears. Then she vanished, dissolving into thin air like vapor rising from a boiling calabash. Morning. The consequences begin. Nene awoke to pounding on her door. She hadn't remembered falling asleep. Madam Import, someone shouted. Come see your stall. Something done happen. Still shaken, she threw on her wrapper and ran to the market. What she saw made her knees buckle. Her entire stall was upgraded overnight. Polished shelves had replaced wooden planks. Foreign goods were stacked neatly. A new shade canopy fluttered above, branded with her name. Nene was stunned. And so were the traders around her. How you do, am? Mama Ozioma asked, eyes narrowed. Even government allocation no fit fast like this, said another. Whispers followed her everywhere. She must be doing juju. No ordinary trader day blow like that, oh. She no join our union, but now she get own banner? Suddenly, Nene's blessings felt like burdens. That night, the mirror returns. She didn't want to look at it, but she had to. She removed the wrapper from the mirror again. Nothing. No shimmer. No symbols. Just her own reflection. She blinked. Her reflection did not. Instead, her image smiled on its own. A slow, crooked smile. Another figure appeared behind the reflection. The woman in white. But this time, her eyes were black and cracked. Her lips dry and bleeding. She raised one hand and whispered, Look again. Ask again. You will lose again. 3 days after Kyra's death, Nene's home, midnight. The rain was relentless. It battered her zinc roof like a war drum, loud and repetitive, beating in sync with the dread pulsing through her chest. Nene sat on the floor, legs crossed, facing the mirror once more. This time, she didn't cry. She didn't speak. She just stared. The silence was broken only by the steady breathing of her son, Chigoti, asleep on a raffia mat nearby. The mirror had not shimmered in days. Since the woman in white appeared last, it had been still. Unmoving. Like a threat that had paused to let her choose her fate. Her mind raced with what the woman had said. Do not look twice. Do not ask why. Do not disobey. But Nene had questions. So many questions. What did replace mean? Could she use the mirror to see Kyra again? Could she undo what happened? Temptation is never loud, it whispers. She stood. Her hands trembled as she reached for the mirror. Look. Just one. Not two. Not this time. Just one. The mirror stayed cold. No shimmer. No glow. Only her own tired, grieving reflection. Then, faintly, the surface rippled. Like water. And an image formed. A street. Busy, dirty. Familiar. Mile 1 junction. She saw a young man running, her neighbor's teenage son, Emeka. He was being chased. 2 boys with machetes behind him. Then blood. A scream. And darkness. Nene gasped and stumbled back. The mirror was warning her. She looked at the time, 12:39 a.m. She rushed to her phone. Dialed Emeka's mother. Auntie Nkechi. Sorry, no vex. But Emeka, check on Am. He day outside. There was a pause. Then panic. Sister Nene. He just step out say E1 collect phone from I'm friend. Tell him no go mile 1. Send person now. Nene waited. Her hands clammy. Her breath shallow. 10 minutes later, Nkechi called back, sobbing. They robbed em. Not true oh. Emeka say him just turn enter junction. He see 2 boys begin fight person. He dodge run back. My god oh if to say he no turn back. Nene sat frozen. The mirror had just saved a life. She looked at it again. Shimmering still. Still open. Still glowing. Still full of answers. Her hand reached again. The second glance. She didn't even realize she was leaning in until her nose was inches from the glass. The glow intensified. And a new image appeared. This time, her market stall. But everything looked off. It was night, yet her stall was glowing as if in daylight. Then, footsteps. A woman appeared. Wearing a yellow head wrap. Slim, dark-skinned. It was her estranged friend, Bunmi. Bunmi, who had once loaned Nene money and never spoke to her again after a dispute. She walked up to the stall. Then whispered something into the air. Smoke curled out of her mouth. She dropped a small black calabash at Nene's stall and walked away. The mirror flickered. Then went black. Moments later, real life. Knock knock knock. Someone was banging on her window. She jumped up, ran to the door. Nene open oh, a voice whispered. It was Mama Chigodi, her elderly neighbor. Come see your stall, people day gather. Nene threw on her scarf, grabbed her slippers, and rushed barefoot toward the market. At the stall, witchcraft accusation. Her stall was glowing. A soft reddish hue seemed to hover over it. On the table, a small, charred black calabash, just like in the mirror. People had gathered already. Murmuring. Pointing. Nah juju be that. She done finally join. CM, calabash for her front. Dem say she get spirit way day help her sell. Bunmi appeared in the crowd, eyes wide. What is this? She shouted. I saw her last night, she was staring into a mirror. Her eyes no even blink. Mama Ozioma hissed. Una CM? From petty trader to overnight success? This mirror don do pass. Someone reached to take photos. Another picked up the calabash with a stick and dropped it in a bowl of oil. It didn't sink. Guess. Screams. The crowd started to shift from curiosity to fear. Fire burst from a nearby shed. Someone's gas stove had exploded. Chaos erupted. Traders screamed. Children ran. In the madness, Nene could only think one thing. I looked twice. Back home, the woman returns. That night, Nene sat alone in darkness. No light. No Chigodi. She had begged Mama Chigodi to keep him overnight. The mirror began to shimmer again. She didn't move. Didn't approach. The room felt heavier. Thicker. The woman in white emerged again. But now, she had changed. Her eyes were black and bleeding. Her wrapper was soaked in red. And her fingers dragged along the floor, unnaturally long and jointless. She didn't float. She crawled. And she spoke in a voice no longer like the wind, but like stone grinding against stone. You disobeyed. You took what was not yours to see. Nene wept. I only wanted answers. I was scared. I didn't mean. The woman shook her head slowly. Fear does not remove debt. You now owe a soul. Nene looked up. No. Please, Take me, don't hurt my son. The woman paused, tilted her head, smiled with broken teeth. He is already watching. He looked while you slept. Dawn? The sound of silence. The cocks crowed. The rain had stopped. Port Harcourt breathed its usual chaos, but in Nene's room, silence ruled. She hadn't slept. She couldn't. Her body trembled, and her mind played one sentence over and over again. He is already watching. He looked while you slept. She sat beside Chigoti, who was back in her arms, peacefully sleeping after spending the night with Mama Chigoti. She watched his eyes twitch beneath his lids. His lips moved in whispers. Then suddenly, he smiled. Not the smile of a child having a sweet dream. This one was crooked, chilling, too much like the woman in white. Nene's heart slammed into her chest. She gently shook him. Chigoti, baby, wake up. His eyes fluttered open, and for a split second, they were pitch black. Just like hers. Just like hers. The visit, the empty vendor. Later that morning, Nene arrived at her stall. The crowd was gone, but so were 3 other stalls beside hers. Gone. She stood in the ash, overwhelmed by guilt. Her success had come at the expense of others. She noticed something odd. On the floor, in the space where a rival trader's stall once stood, someone had scratched into the concrete. Debt paid. She stepped back in horror. One of the missing vendors, Musa, had a wife and 5 children. Where was he? Her eyes darted to the mirror-shaped scar she now noticed on her own palm. When had that appeared? The air around her turned cold. A voice whispered behind her ear. One soul spared. One soul taken. She spun. No one. That night, the collector arrives. She bolted her door shut, covered the mirror in 4 wrappers, placed a Bible on top of it, lit a candle. But at exactly 2:22 a.m., everything changed. The wind outside stopped. The flame froze. Even the mosquitoes stopped buzzing. And then, she heard footsteps inside her room. Heavy, rhythmic, like someone dragging a chain behind each step. She turned. The wrappers covering the mirror were gone. The candle dimmed. The mirror glowed red. She held her breath. A new figure emerged. Not the woman in white. This one was taller, broader, and wore a robe of glued human faces, stitched together like leather. His head was bald but cracked open down the center. From it, smoke poured endlessly. His feet made no sound. But the floor beneath him cracked as he stepped forward. In his hand, a bronze ledger. He opened it. Pages flipped on their own. Then stopped. He looked up, his eyes not eyes at all, but burning holes. He spoke in a voice so deep the walls trembled. Nene Ezenbakwi. First debt, Kyre. Second, who's it? Third, to be collected. Nene fell to her knees, shaking. No. No, please. The collector looked at her, unmoved. Debt cannot be bargained. But it can be traded. Her breath caught. What do you mean? He stepped forward and pointed a finger at her stomach. Another soul, not yet written. Not yet promised. She followed his hand. Then gasped. No. No, no, no. She backed away. She was pregnant. Somehow she knew. Knew before any sign had shown. She wasn't sure if it was from the vision, or the mirror, or him. But she knew. He closed the ledger. Snapped it shut. The room shuddered. 3 nights. Choose what soul the mirror will collect. And then, he disappeared. The mirror cracked, not physically, but within its reflection. And outside her window, a crow screamed. The next morning, a visit to the prophetess. Desperate, Nene left Chigoti with Mama Chigoti again and rushed to a small town 2 hours away, Izayama. There, an elderly prophetess was said to live. A woman with a crooked eye and a straight link to the gods. The compound was quiet, the air thick with incense and chalk drawings. The prophetess, Mama Uche, did not ask her name when Nene arrived. You came about the mirror. Nene froze. I need help. The old woman pointed to a calabash by her feet. Drink. If the mirror has marked you, your tongue will burn. Nene drank. The taste was metallic. Her lips burned instantly. Her tongue felt like fire. She screamed. The woman nodded sadly. You are already named. The mirror belongs to Ekwensunjaba. Nene frowned. Who is that? The woman's voice dropped. A forgotten spirit, once worshipped by merchants, thieves, and kings. The god of unfair trades. It gives, and it takes. Nene whispered, Can I destroy it? The woman shook her head. You can only return it. To the shrine where it was buried. You must do it alone. Where is it? Nene asked. The prophetess hesitated. It lies beneath the market. Beneath the original trader's well. Where the first sacrifice was made. The countdown begins. Back in her home, the mirror no longer tried to hide its power. Every night, it hummed. It glowed. It whispered names. Nene could barely sleep. 3 nights. Each night, she saw a different soul die in the reflection. Sometimes strangers. Sometimes familiar. Each one ended with a hand scratching her name into the ledger. And on the final night, the mirror showed her Chigote's face. Eyes black. Tears running upward. Whispers circling him like spirits. And then, darkness. The events of Chapter 5 left Nene teetering on the edge of madness. She's running out of time, and now, her community begins to turn against her. The mirror's influence leaks into the physical world. Nothing is safe anymore. Nene becomes the target of neighborhood rumors. Chickens drop dead in front of her shop. Customers vanish. A neighbor's child points at her and screams, That's the mirror witch. She visits a pastor, a herbalist, and even a psychologist, all to no avail. Each sees a different version of her curse, and none can help. One night, the woman in white appears in public. Not just to Nene, but in broad daylight, walking through the market. Phones capture her. But in every video, she's invisible. Only the shadow of her presence remains, moving like smoke. An elderly trader dies in the middle of the street. Her last words, she brought the mirror spirit. Burn her stall. A riot breaks out. Nene flees with her son. Nene travels to her grandmother's village, hoping to trace her roots. She hears of an ancient entity whispered about in childhood stories, the man with no shadow. He was said to appear during the barter era, trading in souls instead of goods. Greedy kings fed him people, and he multiplied their wealth. But he betrayed them. Every kingdom that hosted him vanished under red rain. Nene visits the oldest living storyteller in the village, Pambakwi. He tells her, That mirror? It's not just cursed. It's alive. The man with no shadow lives in its reflection. When you look in it, he looks back. To defeat him, she must return the mirror to the earth from which it came. But she cannot destroy it herself. It must be willingly surrendered to the shrine, deep beneath the market. To do this, she must go alone, during the new moon, and with an offering of her greatest regret. Back in the city, Nene sneaks into the market at night, mirror in hand. She finds the well hidden under concrete slabs behind the fish stalls. As she begins to dig, she's caught by the market guards, who accuse her of witchcraft. The mirror activates. Flames erupt. The fire spreads rapidly, but oddly avoids Nene. Traders scream her name. She brought the devil. But just as they try to seize her, the woman in white steps into the fire. This time, everyone sees her. Her face, a cracked porcelain mask. Her eyes, 2 empty holes. She points at Nene. A collective shiver goes through the crowd. The fire dies down instantly. Then the woman vanishes. And the mirror remains, glowing, untouched, levitating slightly above the ashes. Nene is now a fugitive. The police want her. The traders want her. Even her landlord evicts her. Her money turns to ash. Her food rots within seconds. Even the baby inside her kicks violently whenever she nears the mirror. She begins seeing reflections in puddles, windows, even spoons, all showing her, screaming. In a chilling scene, she walks past a shop mirror and sees herself, but older, with hollow cheeks and blackened gums, clawing at the inside, begging to switch places. She contemplates suicide. But her son, Chigote, hugs her and says, "I saw you win, Mummy. In the mirror. You were smiling." That gives her the courage to return. Nene enters the market one last time, during a blackout, guided only by her memories. She finds the shrine beneath the well. It's a chamber of bones, lit by bioluminescent fungi. The mirror vibrates. The woman in white appears. "Are you ready to pay what you owe?" she asks. Nene nods, and offers her greatest regret, a music box her sister gave her before they fought for the last time. She places it at the foot of the shrine. The man with no shadow rises behind the mirror. But this time, Nene does not run. She sings the lullaby from the music box. The entity begins to scream. The mirror cracks. Shatters. Dust fills the shrine. And when it clears, Nene wakes up at the edge of the market, lying next to her son, safe. The mirror is gone. The curse is broken. And peace, finally, settles over her spirit. Greed promises the future, but always collects from your past. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell for newly created content.